I had problems with the generator. She ran great for a while. In fact, one night we were out, she ran all night, which was good. Then the next morning at breakfast, she turned off. And turns out we had a multitude of problems there. One, bad impeller, raw water impeller, so we pulled the raw water impeller, replaced that.
We love our generator, by the way. You hear a lot of people taking them out and all, but we love it. It's much more efficient than trying to run your air conditioner on solar with an inverter, and we feel it's actually safer. And it doesn't use a lot of fuel. Just sips the fuel, and we're not taking it out. Yeah, you could gain all this storage and you could get rid of weight, but we kind of like just leaving it as it was designed.
Yeah.
Might not be a popular thing to do, but that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and one boat we saw, they said they supposedly gained a half a knot. I find it hard to believe. Maybe they did, but even so.
I don't know how they could have measured that.
Yeah, even though it's a half a knot. One or two pieces off of it.
So here's the existing impeller. It's not too horrible, but it's coming. Like, they're all gonna come off soon, very soon. That's good timing. Maybe it's a problem, maybe it's not, but it's a good way to start our troubleshooting. There's a circle thing on this, a plug that you need. That impeller's way in the back of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's facing the opposite direction, of course.
Something you gotta change every once in a while. Sure didn't make it easy.
Yeah, this one faces aft. And then you got, the exhaust right there, so you can't stick your head back there. So you have to do a lot of the work with a mirror. And on our main engines, one of them faces forward. It's fairly easy to get to, the one we changed the other day. But the other one also faces aft. So.
All right, now we're changing the fuel filter. Came off quite easy with a filter wrench. Is it dirty?
You can't tell. I mean, it's probably okay, but I'm going to go ahead and pour the fuel out of here into the new filter.
Give me that one. It's warm.
Yeah, from this morning.
What's that different color?
It's just where it comes from. They dye it here.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm doing the fuel on me and
That's it?
filter wrench.
I don't know what you did with that.
I got it right here.
That's it? Now we're gonna do a test?
We're gonna try.
Except Steven's worried there's not enough water. So now we have to figure out why there's not enough water.
Still couldn't get water pumping through it. Came down here to the through hauls, and on the strainer I did notice there was a leak in the top of the strainer, and my guess is that small leak that was on top of the strainer cause the airflow to go into this small little mag drive centrifugal pump, and that is the raw water booster pump for the generator. And then it was bad, took it out. In fact, I put it on the battery leads and it wouldn't run, so we had to replace that pump. So raw water strainer fixed, booster pump fixed, raw water impeller on the generator itself fixed, and now it runs.
And I think you did an oil change too, didn't you?
No, I did the fuel filter change.
Fuel filter change, yeah.
Yeah, so fuel filter, raw water impeller, booster pump, and strainer cleaning.
So we should be good to go.
Yep. Ready for the hurricane.
Thanks, Captain.
We try.
Mr. Fix-It.
That's what we do.
Mr. Fix-It.
Here's a picture of the exhaust elbow. We found out we had a problem with it. You can see there, this was a steel one. There's a lot of corrosion on it, so we figured that was a problem. But then when we opened it up, we were advised by my generator man to take a look in there, and we saw all that black soot completely clogging up the exhaust elbow. So we did go ahead and make a change with that, and when we did, we went with a stainless steel elbow that you can get now for a retrofit with them. But the problem was that, you know, the generator was running along fine, then all of a sudden it would bog down, and this was why. It would actually shut itself off because this exhaust elbow was flat full of soot, causing the thing to bog itself down and shut off. So today we're going to replace the generator fuel pressure pump. I kept seeing a small leak down here in the bilge, and it took me a little while to figure out where that was coming from. But it turns out that it is this generator pressure pump, which of course brings the fuel from the tank all the way up to the generator. I looked and to see if it was any hose fittings or something like that, but it's not. There's actually a small gasket that runs around the centrifugal portion of the pump right there. When you turn the generator on, you can see the fuel pulsing out of there. Obviously those screws on the top are rusted. I did try to tighten them ever so slightly, but it didn't make any difference, so time to go ahead and replace it. Unfortunately, this pump, I guess, was a European pump made in Germany. It's no longer available. You can get them on eBay, but it takes about a month to get them. Essentially, any kind of small electric 12-volt fuel pump will work for this to supply the fuel to the generator. So I think I've got everything I need for that. Went a couple of different places. There's a multitude of different varieties that you can purchase to do this job. I did choose this one right here. This is a small little facet positive flow 12-volt pump. Should be able to get that in there no problem in the same place. I did buy some extra hose in case I need some more fuel hose to be able to put it in there. Other than that, I think I've got all the tools available here to be able to put this piece in. So let's get it in there and see if it'll work for us. Better operation of the generator. Over down here in the hole, it's not too bad. It happens to be a gale today and a little rain here and there, but that's okay. I don't have the cover on. Show you where I am right now. Did get the pump off of the bulkhead, not a big deal. It is attached also on the raw water strainer on the other side, so I went ahead and removed it. So you can see here that we've got the old pump moved out. Of course, the key on this is to make sure that you have the right inlet and outlet of the pump. It only flows in one direction, of course. And to make sure that we're doing that, you can see here, if you can see that on the bottom of the pump, it does have the out and the in section. So I know exactly which hose to put on the in, obviously in the discharge of the other pump. Of course, there's short hoses right here. In order to not have to run brand new hoses all the way down, I'm going to try to mount this new pump down towards the bottom here instead of where the other one was. Shouldn't be a problem, and I think I'll be able to reuse the same hoses. So I'll let you know when I'm done. There's the final mount of that new facet fuel pump, and yeah, I was able to do it without having to add more hose or rerun hose all the way around. Obviously mounted it a little bit lower than that original pump was. No big deal. It's in a perfect place. So I think that's going to work just fine. And of course on the other side of it is where the raw water filter goes. and that'll melt up there just fine with the pump on the other side. Hopefully fire up the generator, everything works fine. Not a big deal, but if you guys think I came down in this hole without getting out of it 4 times to get more tools, I think you know the answer to that. All right, I'll fire up the generator, see how she works.
It's a wrap. The generator worked fine. So after fixing and replacing just about everything, we're good to go. Leave your comments or questions here for us and we'll try and get back with you. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to get alerts on future videos.